Brr! Good morning, guys. It's cold here in Central Texas. It's December the 18th, 2016 at 8:48 a.m. Central Standard Time. And here in the hill country of Central Texas, it's 21 degrees Fahrenheit. And I am freezing my Texas hiney off. It's cold. I'm outside here in the car, of course. And it's warming up, finally. Hybrid cars don't do well in cold weather, and this is cold weather. Well, I say they don't do well. The fuel, the miles per gallon drops by about 15%. So you guys that want to get all electric, bear that in mind. Because they'll lose about 20% of their mileage in cold weather. So having said that, it is cold, but we don't have any ice, no snow, none of that. We hardly ever get that. So that's the upside. The downside, it is just damn cold. And for you people that are north of me, I know it's even colder. But anyway, I just got up and got rolling. Fixing to go do my walk-in at Walmart. I used to go to Lowe's, but they've got so much stuff in the aisle you can't hardly get down it. You'd think it was Christmas. Anyway, the topic for the day, folks, I got one. I got a good one today. I was watching videos on all kind of stuff, the way people go camping and stuff. And there was one guy, he was living in a Class C, but he's like me. He's coming down. He went from a big unit to a smaller unit to a smaller unit, and that's kind of the direction I'm headed. And anyway, he was looking at a van. He was going to he was thinking about building out a van to live in and travel in. Then he stumbled upon the possibility of building out or modifying a U-Haul, either a U-Haul trailer or a U-Haul truck. And the reason he landed on that idea was because in the van, the walls are not really set up they're not square, they're kind of rounded a little bit, and that doesn't lend itself very well to adding cabinets and stuff. I mean, it can be done, of course, but if the walls are square, it's much easier because all building materials are for square areas. So with that in mind, it occurred to me that over in Kingsland, Texas, we have a large U-Haul, well, not large, there is a U-Haul dealer, and sometime tomorrow when it gets above freezing, I might go by them and take a look at it. But that would work. You get you a U-Haul, because you can get a U-Haul trailer you can stand up in. Yeah. And you can get a U-Haul truck, same way, one of the small ones, and you can stand up back there. They're designed for loading and unloading furniture and stuff. So they've got plenty of clearance. So it is definitely an idea. So I will pursue that. I won't necessarily do it. But anyway, that's kind of a thought for the day for you guys that are looking at options on, living in a van, living in a car, buying a travel trailer, whatever. Take a look at U-Haul. Buy an old U-Haul, fix it up. Talk about stealth camping. They just make you remove it. Anyway, it is cold, folks. I mean, we don't get, in Central Texas, USA, we just don't get much really cold weather like this. But like I've said before, what happens is we'll get cold weather for 2 or 3 days, and then it'll go back up into the 50s and 60s. And so that's not bad, but I feel sorry for you guys up in the northeast, because I know that y'all get weeks, months of really cold, snowy, icy weather. In fact, I was looking at some of the bad weather on I want to say I-95. Apparently they had a big accident there, but anyway. So I'm on Park Road 4 in Central Texas, USA. Again, going to do my walking. And you know, I mentioned yesterday in one of my videos that if I could sell my trailer, my car, I'd do something different. Well, I have to say that after thinking that through, since I'm in charge of me, I can change my mind anytime I want to. And that's something else people don't like to do, is change their mind. They'll change the crap out of it. It's yours. And but anyway, I have right now what I call the best of both worlds. I live very economically in a 26-foot bunkhouse travel trailer on some property that I own in Central Texas. The lots are very private. They back up to a large ranch. And I've got more privacy there than when I go camping. Even boondocking almost. Pretty close. And then I got my Prius to go camping in. It's got an electric air conditioner that I can run at night or during the day or anytime I want to. And my Toyota Prius is just like a big electric generator. So, having said all that, I think I'll just stick with what I got. Had a lot of comments this morning, and I appreciate that because it gives me something to talk about or something to think about. And some of the people were talking about, one fellow left a comment related to getting off the hamster wheel, the economic circle we run in, trying to get more when we need less. He said his English wasn't too good because he was French. And I said, well, my French isn't too good because I'm English. But anyway, he kind of dropped off the wheel at age 52 and made a few mistakes. Now he's got his own business. And that's how it works, folks. Take a guy like Henry Ford. He didn't have a high school education. Formed one of the largest corporations in the world. At the time, it was the largest corporation in the world. Came up with the idea of the assembly line and came out with the Model A and then the Model T Fords. And he had one color, basic black. The car for the masses. But this is Central Texas, USA for you guys all over the planet that are watching this video. And it's 23 degrees, and that's something we don't get a lot of in Texas. And that's 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Now in the summer, it'll be 23 degrees Celsius. That is a fact. But my printer works. My Pixma MG2922 works. I don't use it very often. Probably 100 copies a year. I did a video yesterday, and I called that video, I should have named that video Shaky Jake. But that old video was shaking. I don't know why. I edited it twice trying to get the shakes out. I guess the camera had the DTs yesterday. DTs, for you non-drinkers, is what's called the drunken tremors. That's whenever you go without alcohol for an extended period of time and you get the shakes. I knew a guy one time had them. Or he'd get them every now and then if he didn't have a drink. He couldn't hold a cup of coffee. He'd pour his coffee in a saucer, drink it out of a saucer. And he wasn't an old guy either. He was pretty young, in his 20s. But he was what you call an alcoholic. Got me some good old green tea and some dark chocolate cashews. Life ain't bad. Thank all you new subscribers, by the way. Man, it's a shock to my system. When I started doing this, I never knew that anybody would be interested in what I had to say. Here we are at Highway 281. That goes to Marble Falls, Texas, and that's where I'm headed. About 10 miles from here. Not much traffic today. All these Texans are frozen in. But what happens up here in this area of Texas when it drops like it did real quick, the temperature drops like it did, a lot of people don't cover their pipes out here. And so they'll wake up this morning with some broken plastic pipes. And a lot of them have water wells. And those water wells, some of them, they just leave them out exposed to the elements. And they'll have some broken pipes today. Not old Rusty, though. I've been down this trail too many times. I left the water dripping. I got my pipes wrapped. So I'm okay. In an RV, what happens, particularly in a travel trailer, if your water hose freezes at night and the temperature doesn't get up over freezing during the day, you're stuck with that water for maybe 2 or 3 days, depending on how long the cold weather lasts in Texas. And I think I told you one time I had my septic hose freeze. That was out in Alpine, Texas, on the mountain, what they called it, in a little RV park called La Vista. If you ever go out west Texas towards Big Bend, before you go, check on the internet for an RV park called La Vista. 2 words, L-A-V-I-S-T-A. La Vista means the view in Spanish. And it's pretty neat. It's got about 15 RV spots. They're all pull-throughs. They got 30 and 50 amp. They got a wonderful clubhouse with showers, and washer and dryer. Beautiful view from all the campsites out over the mountains of West Texas. Elevation about pretty close to 6,000 feet there at the RV park. But if you ever go out to Big Bend, or you're in that area and you're in an RV, check it out. They won't let you spend the night there in a car or a van, though. Well, if you have a van that looks like a Class B motorhome, you could probably get by. But I asked them about camping in my Prius there, and they said no, even though I know them. Well, barely, I mean. I knew the original owner, and he died, left it to a couple of kids. I knew them, sort of. But anyway, we're trading along here, folks, 9:02 a.m. It's all the way up to 23 degrees. I have to take my jacket off. Yeah, it's 23 top up degrees with the heater on, bundled up. I'll guarantee you. The hamster wheel of life. How true. What a wonderful way to put it. Have I been there? Shit, yeah. Didn't know I was supposed to do anything else. Had no clue. Came off a little old farm in Kennedy, Texas. did just what I was supposed to do. Or I thought I was supposed to do. Or like I did what everybody else did. First one in my family to ever go to college and graduate. But I did it because I thought I was supposed to. Oh, and it was all right. I learned something. Always remember this one. No knowledge is wasted. Anything you learn benefits you somehow along the path of life. I promise you. At the time you're learning it, you're going to think this is probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And then at some point on the trail of life, that tool or that knowledge will be of use to you. Anyway, this is a little hill overlooking, I don't know if you can see it, this is Marble Falls straight ahead. Population 6,077 people. And that's the biggest town around me for 60 miles. And that's why I go there. It's the only place got a Walmart and a Lowe's. A lot of these little old towns won't let Walmart in. The reason is Walmart closes up all the local businesses. The pharmacies, local pharmacies go out of business. The local optical or opticians go out of business. Hardware stores out of business. Grocery stores out of business. So anyway, they don't allow them. Delano, Texas, they can't go in there. Walmart can't go into Burnett, Texas either. Okay. Anyway, I'll end this video right up here at Walmart, folks. Kind of running out of bullets here at the end. But think about that building out of U-Haul. Maybe some of y'all have already done it. It would be a fairly economical way because you could pick up a U-Haul. You know, they'd probably be pretty worn out, but if you have a little mechanical talent, well hell, I watched a video yesterday. This young couple, they're doing truck camping with those slide-in campers in the truck. Two of them look like they were in their 30s, and they had a diesel truck that had 301,000 miles on it. Think about that. It's a lot. But they bought that diesel with 301,000 miles, and they were boondocking. In this interview done by the guy's name, and this is a channel you might want to subscribe to. It's better than mine, I promise you that. His name is Bob Wells, and he does a lot of interviews with people that are, you know, doing van camping and stuff, and boondocking, and you know, just living off the grid, I guess you'd say. This is Walmart in Marble Falls, Texas. Not a hell of a lot of people here today, even though this would be normally a busy shopping day. A lot of people won't come out. A lot of old people won't, because like me, old people don't like cold weather at all. I mean, they hate it. And I do too. I don't mind it for a day or two. There's a van right there, $1,800. Town and country. It's not a Chrysler. $1,800 worth of junk. Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer today. Notice I passed up my favorite spot. Get a little closer to that front door, folks. Anyway, there's Verizon Wireless over there. I'd go back to them, but man, you can't beat Cricket Wireless. I got unlimited data. I mean unlimited. They never throttle it. Unlimited talk, text, and data for $65 a month, including all taxes and fees. And it works. I use about 120 gigabytes a month. Anyway, folks, thumbs up. Oh, excuse me. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy USA made when you can, or whatever country you live in, buy locally. And breathe through your nose, breathe out your mouth, drink plenty of water, walk for exercise, stretch, keep your health so you can continue watching these viral videos that I put out. Enjoy, folks. Bye-bye.